Hi, welcome to American Federalism, an educational series brought to you by the Federalist Coalition. With your host, Don Weston. Join or die.
It's no secret our system of government in America is rooted in federalism, but why did our founders choose federalism? In 1754, Founding Father Benjamin Franklin used a political cartoon in the Pennsylvania Gazette to coin the phrase, "join or die," to express a dire need for colonial unity. Through the years, this need continued to grow. Despite an ocean separating the colonists from the British Parliament, our original 13 colonies struggled for decades under an overtly oppressive government. The taxation demands that sparked the Boston Tea Party in 1773 were only the beginning. The Parliament's response to the Boston protests over the next year showed the colonists just how far the British were willing to go in order to subjugate them. The colonists called the resulting set of laws the Intolerable Acts. They ranged from punishing entire towns without trial or representation to allowing British officials to commit crimes in the colonies and then be shipped off to Britain to face trial and potentially escape justice. Governors were allowed to seize privately owned buildings in order to house British troops, and the British Parliament went so far as to allow the royally appointed governors to claim total control of the colonies, preventing any form of self-governance among the citizenry. While framing our nation, an empowered federal government was not the first choice. Our original colonies became states, and each were fiercely independent, operating with their own constitutions and currencies. Franklin's foreshadowing, join or die, seemed to be fulfilled as the Second Continental Congress convened and our independence was declared. Shortly thereafter, the Articles of Confederation were drafted. The predictability of government tyranny taught our founders to be leery of unrestrained authority. An inability to tax the states left the federal government with limited funding and no means of repaying our national debts. The Continental Congress was given the ability to pass new laws, but lacked the authority in each state to enforce those laws. Out of necessity, the Articles were quickly replaced by the Constitution of the United States. Our Constitution is a compromise that represents a balance between state and federal power. Neither is fully autonomous, nor are they completely subordinate to one another. It is indeed a contract that all sides are obligated to uphold. This contract guarantees many protections against government subjugation, but would be powerless were it not for the Supremacy Clause. The United States Constitution is the supreme law of the land, as designated by Article 6, Clause 2. James Madison speaks to this issue in Federalist Paper number 44. He reminds us of the division of powers, detailing every aspect where the federal government holds authority with the remaining responsibilities left to the states. He goes on to explain the Constitution as the ultimate legal authority to which all of our various governments are accountable, stressing the importance of our governments complying with its authority. In historical context, it becomes clear our founders' intent was to ensure our citizens never again suffered under government oppression. This truth is exemplified in the United States Constitution, which protects, in many areas, the rights that were denied to our colonists by the British government. To continue to be the nation that our founders envisioned, it's imperative that we, the citizens, understand why federalism is so important to our government. Although the sentiment expressed in Franklin's early join or die cartoon may have faded, we must educate ourselves and our leaders about the history of our nation, the Constitution, and the importance of protecting it. In short, we're the ones who hire our representatives. We need to hold them accountable, before history holds us responsible.
This has been American Federalism, an introduction to federalism. To learn more about federalism and how you can make a difference, please visit thefederalistcoalition.org.